Today, we're in our third and final installment of our spooky three-part series on math mysteries. So far, we've discussed Gabriel's horn and the golden ratio. Today, we explore prime numbers and aliens. First, let's define a prime number. It's a number whose only factors are 1 and itself. For example, 23 is a prime number because its only factors are 1 and 23. 32, however, is not prime because it has more factors than just 1 and 32. Numbers that are not prime are referred to as composite. By now, you may be noticing a common theme of the spookiest elements of our math mysteries. The eerily beautiful concept of infinity, the transcendental number pi, the irrational golden ratio phi, the surface area of Gabriel's horn, the Fibonacci sequence. Prime numbers are no exception to this mathematical hall of mystery, as there are infinitely many prime numbers. We know this because of the ancient Greek mathematician Euclid's brilliant yet simple proof by contradiction on the infinitude of primes in his mathematical treatise, The Elements, circa 300 BC. Over 2 millennia ago, and it's still standing the test of time. You can find English translations of the proof in various formats through a quick Google search. Prime numbers can't be pinned down by any rule or formula that would enable us to determine the 10th or 100th prime number, for example. We just have to find it the old-fashioned way. Prime numbers' unpredictability can give you a bad case of mathematical paranoia. You never know where the next prime number might be hiding. For our movie buffs out there, back in 1997, a quarter of a century ago already, believe it or not, Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey starred in the film adaptation of the novel Contact, which was written by American astronomer, astrophysicist, and astrobiologist Dr. Carl Sagan. In the film, Dr. Ellie Arroway, played by Foster, finds conclusive radio proof of extraterrestrial intelligence when she receives a signal repeating a sequence of, you guessed it, prime numbers, sent from the star system Vega about 26 light-years away. As the French novelist Jean Giraudoux wrote in The Madwoman of Chaillot, I know perfectly well that at this moment the whole universe is listening to us, and that every word we say echoes to the remotest star. So where did Dr. Sagan come up with this intriguing plot? Well, a couple of decades prior, in the 1970s, American astrophysicist and astrobiologist Dr. Frank Drake, Cornell University, proposed a method for interstellar communication utilizing prime numbers, now referred to as the Drake cryptograph. It entailed sending a pictorial binary message comprising just zeros and ones, as well as a semi-prime number to decipher the message. As if prime numbers weren't creepy enough, what's a semi-prime number? Well, it's a number generated from the product of exactly 2 prime numbers. For example, even though 6 is not a prime number itself, it is semi-prime, since it's made up of just 2 prime numbers, 2 and 3. A number like 18, however, is not semi-prime. Even though the only prime numbers in the factor composition are 2 and 3, 2 occurs twice, making it a total of 3 factors rather than the obligatory 2 prime factors of a semi-prime. These pictorial messages were built with zeros and ones such that the length or cardinality of the dataset was a semi-prime, resulting in 2 possible configurations of the data, one of which contains the message. The most famous of Drake's cryptographs was the Arecibo message broadcast in 1974 from the recently refurbished Arecibo radio telescope in Arecibo, Puerto Rico, toward the globular cluster M13, 25,000 light-years away. The data stream's cardinality was 1,679 bits, which is a semi-prime whose prime factors are 23 and 73. The configuration for deciphering the message is 23 columns by 73 rows. The message was co-authored by Dr. Drake and Dr. Sagan, the previously mentioned author of the novel Contact. The message conveys a condensed summary of the human species, discussing our biology, technology, and location in space. The main motivation behind the message was to simply demonstrate what was possible rather than to attempt contact with extraterrestrial life forms. Here's a short clip of the Arecibo message that was sent into space in 1974. Dr. Drake is also well known for coming up with an equation to predict the number of observable civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. He created the equation in 1961, and it's referred to as the Drake equation. Sadly, Dr. Frank Drake recently passed away in September of 2022 at the age of 92. He unfortunately didn't get to make contact with extraterrestrials in his lifetime, but maybe, just maybe, we will in ours. That'd be pretty remarkable, right? And I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah, I guess that'd be pretty bad. Well, that officially wraps up our spooky 3-part series. Wishing you and yours a happy Halloween and pleasantly haunting dreams of infinitely awesome math mysteries.